Today we're going to be changing the fuel filter on a 1999 Infiniti QX4. This vehicle has 183,000 miles on it. The fuel filter is located just forward of the differential here and up above it. And you can see it right there. Rear of the fuel tank, forward of the differential, straight up. So we have a little bit of room to work. So we will be using a Phillips head screwdriver to take the hoses off. I'm coming in from behind. I don't have the vehicle jacked up at all, but I think I can do it. With the vehicle parking brake set, wheels blocked. Take all safety precautions. Wear your safety glasses. Use your Phillips head screwdriver and loosen up the clamps. Back side here is the inlet side coming from the tank. The fuel pump is inside the gas tank. This side right here is the outlet. Yeah, so before I actually take the hoses or the fuel lines off, I'm going to pinch off with my vice grip pliers here the hose coming from the fuel tank to the filter. We're going to get a little bit of fuel drippage because the line will empty from the fuel filter to the engine block, but I want to prevent any gas from siphoning out of the tank, so I will crimp off the fuel tank side hose. Just like that. I have my crimped hose right here going to the filter and from the tank to the filter. So there you go, the hose is off. This filter was plastic. The one I'm putting on will be steel. Pretty short hose from here to here. I had to pull a little bit on the hose, but there's no fuel coming out of the filter. There's no fuel coming out of the line, so that's good. So my other hose that I have crimped off is doing the job. Next thing I'm going to do is this filter is actually in a clamp. So you can use either a 10mm socket head, or you can use your Phillips screwdriver, just loosen it up and your filter will pull right on out. Yeah, so mine was a little bit rusted. Please forgive the blurriness. It's difficult to do this with an iPhone 6. But anyway, I'm having to use the 10mm socket and ratchet. Alright, so be aware, the fuel filter surprisingly holds quite a bit of fuel. And when you're positioned underneath there, pulling it out and getting that last hose out, just be aware that it will spill straight down. So if you're directly underneath it, you're going to get a good dose of gasoline on yourself. So I'm speaking from experience right now. Alright, so the old hose, not in very good shape. It just, this is where it was leaking, and when I pulled it off, it's just all chewed up. So I bought some new hose at the auto parts store. 3/8 inch hose, specifically for fuel lines. Make sure you get the hose specific for fuel lines. What I'll do is I'll just cut it to length and replace the new hose with the old hose. Here's the new fuel filter. We'll put the new fuel filter in the same way the old fuel filter came out. This one's made of steel. This is a Duralast. This very well might have been a Fram. It was a number of years that I changed that. Using my cutters, I went ahead and cut the length of hose that I needed. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this line on right now. And I'm going to go ahead and put the clamp on. I'm not going to tighten it. I'm just going to put it on. So I just slid it on. I took up the slack. I will tighten it up when I get it in there. That way the direction that the screw head is facing is ideal for replacing next. Alright, so make sure you have the other hose clamp on there before you hook the hose up to the line. And so now we're going to hook the hose up to the line. all the way up. That's the way the old one was. And then position your hose clamp back. Now just position the filter back into the bracket. It's like that. Now put the other hose on that's crimped off. So with the new fuel filter in place, both lines on, hose clamps in place, go ahead and secure the bracket holding the fuel pump, and then secure each hose clamp. Alright, all hose clamps are tightened down. I must say, the next time I do this, I'm going to jack the vehicle up because I'm all elbows down here and I didn't really have much room to stretch my arms out and maneuver them the way I wanted to. So now's the time to take the pliers off, uncrimp the hose, let the fuel flow, double check your clamps, no looseness, everything's secure. Alright, that's it. Everything I needed was right here. And I use this guy to kind of maneuver the hose off. This is my 10mm I used to loosen the bracket. I used a combination of my pliers, these two pliers, to get the hoses off. I use this to cut the hose, Phillips screwdriver to take the hose clamps off, and then of course my needle nose vice grips to crimp off the hose from the fuel tank. The new fuel filter, that's pretty much it. You can get this job done within 20 minutes or so. Thank you for watching my video.